Well, that was totally random. Mart, what's going on? Mart Brandt. Yeah, Lady Cat, it literally died. So let me explain what happened. We're back. Sandra, what's up? Yeah, I was freaking out, David. Apologies. It literally, my Wi-Fi hotspot, it just shut down. It just shut down. And then restarted. Out of nowhere. So we had a good show going. Apologies on that, so I guess you'll have to like again. But thanks so much for everybody coming back. Mark Brandt, great to see you. Kevin Stanhope, your smack talk on the Russians shut you down. I'm pretty sure that's what happened, Kevin. The Russians were listening in on my broadcast and shut me down. That is exactly what happened. That is 100% true. But my hotspot literally just died. It just shut down. So crazy. What's back? What's up, Dreamweaver? We're back. Yes, we're back. Sorry about that, ladies and germs. Man, we had a great broadcast going too. The Russians folks are on to me. They're on to me, folks. We must escape. We must escape immediately. Thanks so much, everybody, tuning in. Not quite marked. We're in Phoenix, which right now the weather's pretty nice today. It's about 85. And I would say 75 in the shade. It's supposed to be 100 later this week. But, exactly, Kevin couldn't live up to its name. It is time to escape and get to the chopper there, David. That's exactly right.
Get to the chopper!
Kevin, if only I weren't so far away. You do know I would love to live there. Or like, I'd love to live between Philadelphia and Baltimore, so basically like Wilmington, because then I could do Philadelphia, Washington, Dulles, Baltimore, Reagan, and then if I wanted to really stretch out, I could go up to JFK and Newark. So I would love to live in that area. Thank you, everybody, for liking and subscribing. I apologize. My hotspot just turned off. It shut down. It's like it had a Windows update and just decided to shut down. So apologies. Apologies on that. Perfect. I would love that, Kevin. I would like that a lot. Becky Davies. That's true. Only though, Kevin, only if I get to drive the Acela, the new Acela. That's my that's my rule. I can drive the Acela. But while we have a minute, that is downtown Phoenix. Welcome back in. Welcome back, everybody. I know, Dan. I agree with you. Just, you know, get with it. Get with it. Jill, thanks for coming back. Great to see you. Thank you, Rebecca, for coming back. You know who has really good internet at their airports that is good for plane spotting, for live streaming? San Francisco has fantastic internet. If you go up on the the Skybrary or whatever. It's the outdoor area in San Francisco. Denver International Airport also has fantastic Wi-Fi. So yeah, Denver does. San Francisco has fantastic Wi-Fi. I think Minneapolis does too. Minneapolis does. But definitely San Francisco and Denver are like at the top. In my experience, at least. Bald Man building an airplane, what's up? Good afternoon to you, great to see you. I know, right? It's like one of the best names ever, Kevin. Welcome back, Robert. Thanks for coming back. My hotspot just decided to shut down. It was like it had a Windows update and just turned off. So my apologies. Will I am. What's up, dude? No, we'll be here hopefully until British Airways arrives at in about, what, 4 hours? So right as you're about to get to bed, Will I am? Tri-Cities has poor internet service. I love it. Bald Man building an airplane. It was probably, let's see, it's 2, so about a half hour ago, about 30 minutes ago, right after the American Airlines landed. Probably, so yeah, about a half hour ago, they switched runways. And so we'll be like this for the rest of the day. Typically, that's how they do it. If you're new to the channel, they'll do a runway switch at about, you know, between like 1 and 3 usually, where in the morning they do planes arriving from the west and land on runway 8, and in the afternoon they'll switch, and then planes will be arriving from the east landing on runway 26. Hyro, what's up? Arizona Diamondbacks, you like the Diamondbacks? Thank you so much, Mattman, for the update. 5:45. I'm guessing around 6 o'clock, Mattman. So I'm thinking about 4 hours from now. So right now they're probably just entering into the United States, flying a polar route, perhaps. All right. Thank you, Will. I appreciate that. Again, 4 o'clock, we're going to talk about the 50th Airport Extravaganza, and then also hopefully some exciting plans in the next couple of weeks. Scott Rourke, dude, Scotty Rourke, holy cow, look at that. It's our friend from Louisville. And Scott, you'll be pleased to know that Louisville Airport is one of the 9 finalists, or the 9 Super Duper 8 finalists for the 50th Airport Extravaganza. Scott, great to see you. Air Canada, this will be fun, Tim. That flight is so delayed, it's going to be landing from the east. This will be fun, Tim. Thank you for that. Oh, it's currently over Ontario right now, Will. Okay. I thought it would be close, so that's somewhat. Great to see you, Scott. Welcome back, Carolina. Carolina, my hotspot just died. It just pooped. It's like it was doing a Windows update. That's why I don't use Windows very often. Scotty Rourke, welcome to Exit Row. Thank you so much, Scott. Welcome to Exit Row. Not that.
Good manners are the glue of society.
There's a 737 MAX 8 for American Airlines. Next arrivals, Southwest 180 from Cancun, thanks to Will. And then American 1677 from Sacramento, 737-800. I'm telling you, Dreamweaver, that's the drop of the week. That is the drop of the week. You're famous. In case you're wondering, that is actually Dreamweaver's voice. Thank you, Scott. Yeah, it sure is, but we push on, Carolina. We just push on. It is. Yeah, this is Dreamweaver, everybody. This is Dreamweaver. She sent me a video clip via Facebook, and I just found it hilarious the way she said that. That in from Cancun, Mexico. Hey, Melanie. Yeah, we actually had a BWE land about 30 minutes ago, I think. That's a good idea, Kevin. So we're expecting the Air Canada 787 actually to land a little bit. It's super delayed. It's almost, I think, 4 hours delayed. Which, so it's kind of a rare treat. Next arrival, Will says, is 737-800 from Sacramento, American 1677, and then United Airlines 737-900 from Chicago O'Hare. All right, see you later, Sylvia. Sleep well. Ciao. Bongiamo. Starlink. Uh-oh, we got another CRJ blocking in right next to us. Our half hour of peace is over. right, Sandra, we'll see you later. Make sure to charge those phones. Ooh, Gulfstream. A Gulfstream 4, Tim. A Gulfstream 4. That is a fancy private jet. So yes, United 1858, a 737-800, and then a Gulfstream 4. Tim says, thank you, Tim. So that'll be number 2 on runway 26. And now we got the APU again for the next hour. Honestly, I think they can shut down the APU. It's a nice day out. It's not too warm. So this is a 737-800 from Washington Dulles. Thanks everybody for liking and subscribing. If you're new to the channel, don't be shy, say hi. This is the second 737 in a row with like a replacement engine. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. No fat flights. I don't think the fat flight comes till later, Kevin. I turned down the audio a little bit since we got the APU running right next to us of the CRJ 900. Oh, we got a fancy flyer here, so you know what that means? I have a new sound here for our fancy private jets. No, not that one.
I'm a fancy boy.
That's right.
I'm a fancy boy.
That's right, fancy boy. Yep, they do run the APU, Robert. But I think it's not too bad of a day that I think they can get it. Where is that plane? Oh. Jane! What's up, Jane? How's it going? How's the weather, Jane, down in Green Valley? I'm trying to enjoy this one last nice day before we get into the hundreds this week. Cleaning out the closet? Oh, good deal, Jane. Glad to hear it. Yo, Flare Drums, what's up? How's things in Houston? What's going on? How's the new Flare Drums? Have you had a chance to check out the new Zip Air 787 that's been flying to Bush? Nice. Improve your typing. Excellent work, Will. Will, you were like hosting the show and everything yesterday and running camera. All right, we've got American 2109 next from Las Vegas. Then it is Southwest 6486 from Sacramento on a Max 8. They do have customs. Yes, they do. Tucson also has customs. They have, if I remember correctly, Tucson has 24-hour customs. Yeah, that's due to the customs. Funny enough, good eye there, Carolina. Well, Matthew, my Wi-Fi hotspot just shut down all of a sudden. It's like it had a Windows update and just shut down. But hopefully we're back and better than ever. So thanks everybody for smashing the thumbs up button. We're still episode 312 here at Pip's Planespotting Live. Nice, Will. Amen. Yeah, it does seem a lot of Carolina Aviation that there's a Southwest right there, but I think it's probably due to customs, even though I know that, you know, you can get around that, so. But since it's coming from Cancun, I suspect. Max 8 here for Southwest Airlines. Very cool, flare drums. How was it? Kyle Lee, oh, from the East Coast. What's up, Kyle? How are ya? Thanks for tuning in, sir. Thanks for liking. I've got Delta 366 from Atlanta next on an A321. And then we got Southwest 423 from Kansas City on a 737-800. Good to hear, flare drums. Delta will park on the south side there. Yeah, so far, you know what's funny, Jane? Everything has except for Air Canada. Air Canada is about 4 hours late, so we're actually going to get the Dreamliner today in a little bit. This in from Kansas City. MCI. Yeah, you know, and the only thing, the only airline that actually flies the 220 here is Breeze Airways Carolina. They had Richmond service today. Another 737 MAX 8 coming in from Reno. Very cool. I agree, Flare Drums. I was kind of surprised that American didn't go after them when they replaced their MD-80s. Now, granted, they still have the A319s and a good bit of them, but I don't know. Maybe it's just me being nostalgic. Never streamed Bradley, but I have been to Bradley, Kevin. I know, Scott. You know, just working around planes now, you just become used to it. I've even turned the microphone down, the natural sound microphone, but it's literally the gate right next to me, below me. So Boston has a lot of 220s. Salt Lake City has a fair amount of 220s from Delta. Boston, Salt Lake City, Minneapolis. Minneapolis, I think, has a fair amount. Yeah, you're going to have a lot of 220s at Raleigh-Durham. They were smart to target Raleigh-Durham. They were very smart. The Yellow Banana Wave got one in 19 minutes out from Vegas. Ooh. The question is, Tim, will they land on the south or the north side? I'm thinking the south side. Next arrival, Envoy 4289 from Bentonville, from the home of Walmart, Bentonville, XNA Airport. All right, Tim, well, I'll cross my fingers. I was thinking they would slide in down south, but you're probably right, Tim. So we'll hopefully get the Lemonada, the Spirit Banana, soon. Yeah, Kevin, I know Matt Man was talking about we need to do more Pips Institute of Plane Spotting, but we'll probably do that. I might do that tomorrow, Kevin Stanhope, if I have time. Might pull out the old iPad and explain things. Febreze, are they fresh? For fresh, Lady Cat, are they for fresh? I know, right? Look at that, 2 Southwest. That's got to be like the international section. I mean, because that's where American and Air France and Aeromexico block in. So they're all hanging out there. Very fresh. And if you're just joining us, thanks for tuning into Pips Plane Spotting Live. Thanks for liking and subscribing. Appreciate all your support. Episode 312. Oh, a Legion from Asheville flying in. Had to do the math. Excellent. Thank you to our financial contributors today, include Tyson Hill, also Michael Via Andre. Thank you to Colin Dutton, Michael Walker, Scott Rourke, Benjamin Denwith. Tim Arnold Plays. Thank you to Sandra Pollock as well. Heidi, they do. Yeah, you're exactly right, Heidi. It is funny that Allegiant does fly into Phoenix, but I guess they have their reasons if there's a way to make money. And Mesa, as you know, is like a good 25, 30 minutes away. So, yeah, Matt Man, we might have to do something tomorrow. I gotta make sure I get groceries shopping done tomorrow because I've been eating out this last week and it's been expensive. So I gotta make sure I do groceries tomorrow. But yeah, the what's up, Rainy Cajun? Greetings to the Northwest. But yeah, I do have all the equipment ready to go, Matt Man. And I could do it from home too. Oh, Matt Man gifting a membership. Thank you so much. Congratulations to Carrie J. Yeah, Phoenix is much closer and convenient, especially if you're in North Phoenix, for sure, Heidi. The old baby bus, A319. Oh, nice, Tim. That's a lot more convenient for sure. Good for you, Will. I got some new sounds. Yes, I did get some new sounds, Rainy Cajun. I'll play them for you when the CRJ next to me is not loud and has an APU running. Here's the Max 8 from Raleigh, Durham. Across the coast friendship, across the country friendship to our friends in Raleigh, Durham. Welcome back, Mark. Yeah, it is almost bedtime for you, Mark. So I appreciate you staying up late. So we got two 175s, two Max 8s actually, and then a CRJ closest to me. So there's the Max 8. The CRJ you can't really see. The Will Express. I mean, Phoenix is Southwest. It's a focus city. And of course, American Airlines. It's a hub for American. Jane, I think it has to do with customs because they were flights that were in from, I believe, Mexico. So they have to block in probably, I'm just guessing, over here at the B gates. All right, 7:87, just 5 minutes out. Thank you, Tim. That'll be nice. So we'll have seen a 777 today, an A350, and then also a 787. Now what we need is like an A330. Yo, what's up, AER? What's going on, dude? Hey, AER, are you finally in Dallas? You finally starting the new job in Love Field? That would be fantastic, flare drums. Phoenix used to have the British Airways 747-400 actually before COVID. Yeah, British Airways used to fly the 747 here. Yeah, they do, Kevin. They fly the A330. I saw they flew on Saturday. They flew the A330-900, the Neo from JFK here. Sweet, AER, that's great to hear, man. Hope you're settled in. Make sure you get some good barbecue. I usually recommend Hutchins in Frisco, or Heart 8 Barbecue in Irving, or the Colony. So good to hear it. You made it safely. I don't think I said thank you to Mattman for gifting that membership, by the way. So thank you officially, Mattman.
Get to the chopper!
Oh, Hutchins is right down the street from you? Looking for some stellar Indian. It's a good question. I'll have to think about that, AER. Good question. Okay, so Jill, yeah, the British Airways flies the A350-1000 here. It'll be in about 3 hours, Jill. And AER, things are good in Tucson. I'm just mentally preparing myself for the heat that is about to arrive in Tucson. So it's supposed to be 100 degrees on Wednesday. Yeah, it's supposed to be, other than that, Tucson's good. I mean, Tucson has nice mountains, that's for sure. It's got some good scenery. All right, awesome, Tim, thank you. Michael V. Andre, to your question, will the XLR come to Phoenix? My understanding, at least what I've heard through the grapevine, is the XLR is going to start out on the East Coast. I think JFK will have some in Miami. I don't know about Charlotte, so I don't know. The XLR would be a perfect candidate for Hawaii flying on American Airlines, but they also fly the A321neo. My understanding is the XLR will start out on the East Coast. So it might do some hub-to-hub flying, but we'll see. But it's time to sound the heavy alert for Air Canada. So this is a rare treat for us because Air Canada is usually on time and arrives around 12 o'clock, but today they were super late. So hashtag blessed. And it's the old Air Canada livery. Well, there you go, Will, maybe. Oh, floater. We got a floater. Interesting, Dreamweaver. What's up, Gino? How's it going? Thanks everybody for liking and subscribing, tuning in to episode 312. We're about an hour away from an update to our 50th airport extravaganza, and then also some news about the future shows. Eric, what's up? I knew somebody was gonna dip down. Oh, you, Eric. Funny, funny, funny. Looks like Air France is pushed back, so no problem. Ah, I see, I see. It is good to see. Hey, Alan Lee, Asher, what's going on? Great to see you, Asher. Alan Lee, great to see you from across the pond in the pub. Here's an A175. That'll be interesting to see how they fit Air Canada in, because we're so late today. Thank you very much, Dreamweaver. Thanks everybody for liking and subscribing. If you're new to the channel, smash that thumbs up button for sure. Yeah, sorry we had the my Wi-Fi earlier in the show just kind of like disappeared. It just shut down like a Windows update. A little crazy. A little crazy. Alan Lee, thanks so much for joining Premium Economy for just 99 cents. You get the full coveted suite of emojis. I appreciate you, Alan. Thank you so much. Oh, Air Canada is always late. Is that why you always drive to the United States, Dreamweaver? Ellen Lee, welcome to Premium Economy. Thank you, Ellen. Appreciate your support greatly.
Good manners are the glue of society.
Lee, a 10-pound super chat. Thank you so much, Alan Lee. Greatly appreciate you.
I want to think about dropping him a thank you note.
Welcome back, Sun King. Great to hear your wife is recovering nicely. Glad to hear it. Glad to hear it. And thank you so much, Alan Lee. Very kind and generous of you, Alan. Here's a MAX 8 landing for American Airlines. So let's check out the B and the A's. Get a full lineup here. And then we got 3 over there, it looks like. Some Maxes and an A321. Air France going to the south side. Hey, Texas girl, good afternoon to you. So lovely to see you, Texas girl. Welcome into Phoenix. Oh, we got a heavy on arrival. We've got a 767 from Cincinnati from Air Transport International, 767 heavy. So we'll sound the alarm. Whoops. Alex 2009, hello, good afternoon to you. Hope you had a great Monday. We're just here in Phoenix, rocking it. Just in time for the 767. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Oh my goodness, there she goes again, Texas girl. Thank you so much for that generous contribution. Randy, Rena, Pell, James, Brian S., Big Worm, Rebecca Lee, Steve, Jeff S., John Barnley, Cole, XL Aviation, Sydney, Cody, Chris, Robert, Melanie, Paul, thank you so much, Texas girl. Growing the channel with that 20 membership gift. I can't speak, I'm so flustered. Thank you so much, Texas girl. She has started the Express Train membership train.
I want to think about dropping him a thank you note.
Oh my goodness, and there goes Texas girl.
Boom goes the dynamite.
Good manners are the glue of society.
Thank you so much, Texas girl. Hey, Steven, what's up? What's up from Rhode Island? How's your knee, dude? Thank you, Texas girl. Very kind of you. It's great contributions like Texas girl that make our trips up from Tucson. And thank you so much, Texas girl. Very generous. And remember, we are so grateful for any contribution that you can give, whether it's 99 cents or $50 like Texas girl, or whatever, or you gift a membership for $1.99. So generous of you, Texas girl. Very kind of you. And Texas girl, because of you and many others, I'm gonna talk about hopefully some trips coming up that we can talk about more, so look forward to it. But this helps a lot, traveling up from Tucson. Thanks so much, Texas girl. Oh, wow. Interesting, Stephen. Well, I hope everything gets worked away, set away. Checking out that A321neo. Next arrival, American 2319 from Des Moines, Iowa. Then it's Southwest 1580. Yeah, you know, Texas girl, we were actually talking about coming back to Texas, and I mentioned probably the best time to come back would, and I think I mentioned this last week, would be in November when the weather's cooler. And then also Eva Air will have started flying to DFW as well. So we'll have Cathay Pacific, the Qantas A380, and Eva Air. So we're thinking like November sometime. Sun King, amen to that. Amen to that. Texas women, yes. A319 in from Des Moines. I will let you know for sure, Texas girl, absolutely. Now, I will say, Texas girl, I might be in Texas in May, but I'll be, if I am, it'll be at my brother's graduation from Texas A&M. So I don't know if I'll have a lot of time. Yeah, so Texas girl, I forgot to mention this. She started the Express Train membership train, so it's off and running. And who wants to keep the train going for just $1.99? I hope the trucker Norm is well, by the way, and Ramona Aviation. Haven't seen them in a bit. Ooh. Charlie asks a good question. Does the 737-800 seat more than the A321? I believe the answer to that is depends which airline. I like it, Kevin. I like it. Hey, if I can go 160 miles an hour, I'm down with that. So yeah, Charlie, that's a really good question. Gate City Railfan asks, which holds more passengers, has more seats, the AA321 or the 737-800? And I would answer it this way, Charlie. It depends on the airline. Because remember, Frontier doesn't have necessarily first class seating like American or Delta does. Velo flies the 737-800, and they're all economy seats. And then Spirit flies the A321, which has mostly economy seats. So it really depends on the configuration of the airline. All right, Jill, thank you. See you next time. When are you streaming next, Jill? I'm thinking next week, Jill. Next Monday, I'll probably be streaming. Thank you so much, Hans, for pushing the like button. So next Monday, Jill, I should be on the air. No, Kevin. Not unless Kevin's paying. I won't have any shade at Mesa. Kevin, you want my head to burn off? All my hair to burn? Sounds good, Jill. Have a great night. Rest well. Oh, military show. Dan can feel it in his bones. Military show. That would be pretty sweet. Robert Brunn did tell me, I'm gonna have to check this out, Dan Reeves, but he says there's a good location to spot at Luke Air Force Base. Nice, Brian. I will do that in just a second. Brian S. is very excited about his membership. There you go, Brian. Honestly, so if you were to take a 737 MAX 8 and a 737-800 from Southwest, Charlie, they would actually, I believe, seat about the same. Remember, the difference isn't so much the fuselage length as it is the engines. That's one of the major differences. But Joe Leary could probably speak to that better. I have to ask my friend Morgan too. Dan says there's a good spot at Luke. All right, I'll have to start checking it out. Thank you, Dan. Whoa, what's up, Josh Aldrich? How was your day at work? And Josh, any snow? Did you have any accumulation of snow in Oklahoma, Josh? Hey, Mark, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate your support, Mark. Get some rest. Thanks so much for being a part of the show. Roger that, Dan Reeves. I know you're a military man. We've got about 3.5 hours of sunlight left. Well, that's good at least, Josh. That's good. Daniel says it snowed in Milwaukee in the morning. I also heard it snowed a little bit in Chicago. Looks. Oh, you guys with your airplane references. I see that. A hospital, what is it? It's a place where it's a building with people and guys. Oh, man. All right, next arrival is American 2536 and A320 from St. Louis. Then it's SkyWest 4981 from Cedar Rapids. Hi, Debbie Ann. How's it going? Oh, that's cool, Charlie. I still haven't seen an Allegiant Max. So that's, you got a leg up on me, man. So large patience. Ah, you guys quote the airplane. I love it. The hospital? What is it? Sun King has a question. Okay, if it's about aviation, I can probably take a swing at it. Josh says El Paso had snow this morning. Wow. What's happening over here? Let's see. There's downtown and Terminal 3. Thank you so much for everybody hitting the thumbs up, subscribing, and the support of so many. Ooh, starting to feel that warmth as the sun gets closer. I'm definitely starting to feel the warmth. The winds are starting to kick up too from the west. Glad I got plenty of hydration today. I'll be right back. Oh boy, here we go. Southpaw. Southpaw, bringing the pack back. Yikes. Oh yeah, thank you so much, Southpaw. So kind of you. Temperature right now, Texas Girl, I think is it's about 85, 86 degrees, but I'm in the shade, so it feels much better. We're supposed to hit 100 degrees later this week. John Rambo, good afternoon. Got off the flight here in Phoenix. It's your birthday. Oh my goodness, happy birthday. Happy birthday, John. The crowd is going wild, John Rambo. Awesome, John. And now I got to sing happy birthday to you in my high-pitched voice. I know, Texas Girl. I hear it's nice and cool in Dallas. It's like, what, 60 degrees? All right, John Rambo, we're gonna have to get the voice out, the special voice for John Rambo. Let's see.
Not that voice.
This voice. Okay. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3. Happy birthday to you. Oh my goodness, look at that Gulfstream. You. Happy birthday, dear John Rambo.
Okay, happy birthday, John. That's a little thing we like to do on the show. If you're not having fun, you're not on this show. We like to have fun. Welcome back, ERB. You're welcome, John Rambo. Check out that sweet Gulfstream. That was a fancy jet right there. That was a fancy one.
Mine? I'm a fancy boy.
Welcome back, ERB. Ah, yes, Scott, I definitely have some pipes, yes. They need some cleaning. Well, thank you, Daniel. I'll take that as a compliment. All right, we're rocking along. Again, in about a half hour, we'll talk more about the 50th Airport Extravaganza. And check this out, another fancy flyer here, the Global Express Jet. This is a Global 6,000, maybe. This is a long one. This might be a Global 7,500. He's a fancy boy. I think we should text this girl. Let's start a membership chain. Thank you, Texas Girl, for your contribution. Also, thank you to Michael Walker and Colin Dutton, Matt Mann, Carolina Aviation, Michael B. Andre, who else? Tyson Price. It is a 7,500. Thank you, Tim. Thank you to Benjamin and Tim and Sandra and David for renewing their memberships. Also, Alan Lee, thank you for your contributions. Yep, beautiful plane indeed.
Mine? I'm a fancy boy.
Dreamweaver. Carolina, what's the hood you're talking about? I can't see the hood you're talking about. I'm trying to be funny. Oh, yeah. Now, oh, yeah. Now I see it. Hey, they call me 6413. What's up? There you go. I was a little confused at first. But, uh-oh, they might have to fix the radome or something. Or the radar isn't off. That's where they have the radar, by the way. The weather radar for planes is right there in the nose. That's right, they call me 413. And by the way, I had this question asked and I'll answer it. If you tuned in the last show, the lady in the ramp, I messaged her. I have not heard back from her, by the way. So just FYI. So I wonder if it's something with the radome. Or the radar inside the radome. Let me correct myself. So good eye on that, Carolina. I did not see that. Right? Carolina works under a hood. He knows guys gather around the hood. What's up, Adam? How's Iowa? John Driscoll. Hey, John, how are ya? Welcome into Phoenix today in episode 312. Thanks, everybody, for hitting that thumbs up button and subscribing. You would have had a higher like total, but my hotspot shut down like it had a Windows 10 update, and I had to restart it. A finder pigeon? That's a great question, Adam. We're trying to figure that out. It may have to, there may be something up with the radar inside of the planes. So the plane's radar system is typically at the front of the nose, inside the radome. So that might be it. 93 likes. Thank you so much, ERB, for that update. Wonderful, everybody. Appreciate it. Keep smashing that thumbs up button. What was I going to mention? I can't remember. Checking the oil. Oh, I know. Yeah, low on washer fluid, low on blinker fluid, man, or beacon fluid. That building right there, that is the SkyTrain station. So you can catch the Phoenix light rail from here. You take the SkyTrain to the light rail station there on Washington. That's what I wanted to point out. The mouse went inside. You think so, ERB? What? The Beaver? That is, it's an E175 and an A321, Daniel. Frontier, Al the Roadrunner, and then Southwest 6305 from Oakland on a 737 MAX 8. Yep, there's the Roadrunner. Very appropriate for Arizona. Here's our Oakland MAX 8 flight. Haven't had a special livery at all today. Almost 100 likes again, ERB, that's wonderful. Wunderbar. C'est magnifique. All right, looks like our CRJ that's right next to us is about to push. The jet bridge is back. And then you also have The 747 Max 8 pushing back, but the nose is still up on the other Max 8. In fact, let's do a zoom back in, a zoomy zoom. Still working on it. $737, excuse me. Ooh, Golden State Warriors charter. Thank you, Tim. What? Oh, there it is. There's Alaska. Max 9 from Seattle. Oh, listen to those Max engines. Roar. That is the Max 8 right there. Big thank you to Texas Girl. Wait, we get a departure on 2-6? What? That's rare. Sorry, I didn't mean to make you dizzy, but I was like, what? Thank you, Matt, for the report. 101 likes. Thanks so much, everybody. See, we'd be close to 300 likes today if I hadn't, my Wi-Fi hadn't died. They do sound angry as a Mad Max. Absolutely, Carolina. 102 likes, Texas Girl says. Wonderful. Let's keep it going. I'm hoping I'll have the energy for about at least 2 more hours so we can catch British Airways A350 land. That's pretty cool. We don't often see departures on runway 26 here. So that's fun. It's going to Vegas, Tim says. Thank you, Tim. Probably a button they might push in the flight deck, and it's spring action. I got to get one of my maintenance friends on the show, but he's super shy. I know, Will, come on out. Bring the family out to Phoenix. You know, Adam, I wouldn't even know where to begin. It looks like our CRJ is finally pushing back, so I can turn up the volume again. So the APU is not right in your ear the whole time. But I'm sure this gate won't stay empty for long. Got to make that money, got to get those passengers into the hub and out. Current time, Daniel, is 3:51 p.m. 3:51 p.m. So we'll talk more about the 50th Airport Extravaganza in just a few minutes. And plans for the next couple of months. Oh, perfect, Will. I could use a co-host. That's perfect. Keep the good vibes going. We got another CRJ spooling up the engines. Now the engines are spooled up. 737-800. That's true, Tim. Well, Tim, you ran away last week. I'll have to get another headset. I know, Tim, you were busy last week. You were busy. Yeah, the nose is down, Tim. Or Adam, the nose is now down. Next arrival, Southwest 389 to 737 MAX 8. American 1957 from Charlotte. And then Delta 2287 on an A321. Chicago Midway. Oh, sweet, Will. Awesome. Awesome, but make sure it's pretty hot here, so bring plenty of water. Nice landing right there. Ah, thank you, Michael Viandre. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for your contribution, too. Early in the show, very kind of you. Yep, good scenery right here. Good scenery. Yeah, I did pay the bill. And here comes Delta Airlines A321 from Minneapolis. Ah, it's a nice floater right there. 86 degrees. Yeah, I'm starting to feel it, ERB. Even though I am in the shade, I am starting to feel it because I'm starting to get a little tired. I do have lots of water, but I am starting to get a little tired. And we're almost at 4 o'clock. Speaking of that, I'm gonna grab a little snack here. Excellent advice, ERB. Excellent advice. That sounds great, Adam. I'll trade you, man. I will trade you in a heartbeat. Absolutely. Philip, hello. How are you? Welcome in. Welcome. Welcome. Okay, so it is 4 o'clock officially. Yes, it was, Daniel. So I'm going to turn down the natural sound microphone so you can hear me talk. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to turn this down just for a little bit because I said I'd talk about, at 4 o'clock, we talk about the 50th Airport Extravaganza and then also some other exciting potential news. So let's start off with a big thank you to everybody first off for all your votes on all the cities. Remember, we started out with 32 cities and we're down to now 8. And I can't decide between the 9th city whether it should be Memphis or whether it should be Boston. I'm leaning towards Boston. But what we're going to do is next Monday, we're going to vote on the final 3 finalists. So the final 3 are basically, I picked 3 airports so that in case for some reason they kick me out or I can't make it happen, because some of them are international destinations. But I picked 3 airports. You vote, and we'll have 3 airports. So if one doesn't work out, we have the other ones to choose from. So if you remember correctly, the Super Duper 8 includes London Heathrow, Amsterdam Schiphol, Frankfurt in Germany. Then it includes Toronto, JFK, that's 5. Louisville, that's 6. Honolulu, that's 7. And the 8th is... What is the 8th? I can't remember. Crap. Does anyone remember the 8th? I'm just free talking. I'm not looking at the computer right now because I'm resting my eyes. But anyways, so what's up, Fareed? By the way. So yeah, I can't remember the last Super Duper 8 city. London, Amsterdam, Frankfurt, JFK, Honolulu, Louisville, Toronto, and yeah, I can't remember the 8th. It's obviously an airport we've never been to. What's up, Rick Reed? Yeah, so we're just talking about our 50th Airport Extravaganza and the 9th city. I just cannot decide, so I'll have to have you guys vote on whether you want Memphis or Boston. But it's down to those finalists for the city. And remember, the 50th Airport Extravaganza is to celebrate live streaming at 50 airports across the United States and potentially the world. Well, I'm currently at 48, so not the next new airport, but the 50th airport is the Extravaganza, and we'll figure out some special stuff to do for that. And remember, these are all airports I've never broadcasted from. So just remember that. Boston. A lot of people say Boston. Some say Memphis. I'm leaning towards Boston, but Memphis might be cheaper to fly to and stay at. So But that's a tough one. But the voting will take place on our show next Monday. So be prepared to vote next Monday on our live stream for our 3 finalists. The rules are each bracket has to have 1 U.S. city in each of the 3 brackets, 3 groups of 3. So that way there's a good possibility that a U.S. city becomes a finalist, and that way I don't have to spend thousands of dollars forever. It wasn't Bewee. Bewee got beat. Scott Kuiper. Bewee, the Cinderella story, got beat. So let me look back here. Let me look back. Right. Let me look. I'll look at the posts. Oh, Anchorage. That's the last one, Anchorage. Anchorage is the last one. So we're going to be voting between Anchorage, Honolulu, JFK, Louisville, then Toronto, London, Heathrow, Amsterdam, Schiphol, and Frankfurt, Germany. Those are the 8. Yep, Anchorage. I forgot about Anchorage. So we will be voting on those next Monday. In the meantime, I got to figure out, Boston or Memphis. Got to figure that out. So that's one thing. So we'll be voting on next Monday's show. The next thing I wanted to talk about is something what we're future show. What's up, Booyah Chaka? The next thing we're going to talk about is where we're headed in the next couple of weeks. It may not be next week, but I do have plans in the next month or so to go back to San Diego and see if we can live stream again at San Diego. Dublin didn't make the cut, ERB. Dublin didn't make the cut. So check out this A320 from Delta. I'm sorry, ERB. Delta did not make the cut. So, San Diego. San Diego is interesting. So let me tell you about San Diego. We did a live stream there once before, and it had miracle upon miracle happen. I don't know if we'll get back to the garage again, but regardless, we're going to be live streaming. If we have to stream from across the bay at the park, we'll be streaming from there. So pray for good vibes. Pray for that we can get back to the parking garage again, because that was awesome. So within the next month, we're going back to San Diego, and we're going to do it. We're going to try and make it happen again. So I think most likely it'll be a Monday, Tuesday type of deal. And, but San Diego is on my radar in the next month. It may be in a couple weeks. It probably won't be next week. We'll see. But in the next month, we're going back to San Diego. Yeah. Daniel, I would love to do Zurich. And just in time, we have a CRJ about to block in back to our gate. So I'm glad I got that out of the way. And booyah, Chaka. Welcome to Exit Row. Thanks so much for your support.
You might want to think about dropping him a thank you note.
Thank you, Booyah Chaka, for joining Exit Row. Hey, you know, it's funny, Rick Reed. I was actually looking at our live stream from last year when we were in Minneapolis. So I would love to come back to Minneapolis. 1000%. But the 50th Airport Extravaganza is only airports I've never live streamed from before. So, but in the next month, I hope to get San Diego. I will tell you, I won't say who it is, but I surprisingly got some negative feedback from a fellow live streamer about live streaming in San Diego. But we're going to do it. We're going to entertain and educate like we always do and do our own thing. Oh, and look, we got the old Sun Country old school livery. Oh, look, we got the 777. I don't know if is it going back to London yet, or if it's just being pushed back from the gate. I don't know. Well, regardless, it's always fun to see a heavy triple. So yes, we are headed back to San Diego, and you can thank Texas Girl for her very generous contributions, and Michael Walker, and Matt Mann, and Alan Lee, and Robert Brunn, and so many others. That's right, Matt Man. So San Diego the next month, and we'll be voting on the 3 finalists for the 50th Airport Extravaganza next week. Yeah, and I'm gonna have to figure out how to do either Boston or whatnot. Oh, it's just being repositioned. That's what I wasn't sure, Tim, so thank you. Wasn't sure. That's right, Air Tiki. Mama Pip is the boss. Mama Pip is the boss. So I'm excited to tell you that we're gonna head back to San Diego within the next month. If I have to drive or fly, we'll make it happen. Oh, and I also wanted to talk to you about Denver, because there is the possibility that I may not be able to do Denver. Something came up, and it's family related, and well, family comes first. So if I can make it happen, I will. But if not, I'll be. We're trying to figure some stuff out. Yeah, I haven't seen Kara Monson for a while, ERB. Hope she's doing well. She's missed. So we're excited to go back to San Diego. Nope. I got an ops alert. I see ops. I see ops on the runway. Where's Christian Perry? Doing the runway inspection. Go ops, go. Look for that FOD. So I'm excited. Hopefully we can get to San Diego a couple days. Again, we're going to be here for another, probably another 2 hours or so, maybe another hour and a half. I'm hoping we can stick it out for British Airways. I'm eating a little snack, though. A live stream from Cedar Rapids or Des Moines? We could look at that, Adam. Definitely. Excuse me. I'm not gonna die. There's our APU. Thank you, Will. Hey, Air King Claire, what's up, man? Yep, we're back. We are back. Good to see ya. Follow the 777 here. So let's do the poll. I want to hear what everybody has to say, so I'm going to put up a poll question. Let's see what the people have to say. So yeah, vote. What do you want to see for the 9th wildcard airport? Boston or Memphis? Boston or Memphis? Hey, what's up, John Southwell? How's it going? Hey, our friendly Canadian. I got the Canadian sound effect back, by the way, John Southwell. For Canada. Yeah, Will, you got some good places. Milwaukee. 9 Operation Memphis would be great. I would need security, though. I'd have to pay somebody for security. Maybe I can get, what's that movie with Owen Wilson? The homeless guy who becomes a security guard for 3 teens. Crap, what is it? I can't remember. There you go. Excellent idea, Will. Fareed says if you want boring, come to Cleveland. Well, to be fair, you guys still have Aer Lingus. Aer Lingus. That's pretty rad. Scott Kuiper also says Memphis overnight stream. Yep, that's a great suggestion. Well, that means if I do an overnight stream, everybody else has to stay up. I just like staring at the 777, waiting for a gate or waiting for a parking spot for repositioning. So yeah, right now, Boston 62%, but it's dropping. Memphis now at 41%. It's tough. It's becoming a close race. That's one big plane right there. Yeah, I definitely want to do BWE for sure. I can go, yeah, exactly. I can go see Graceland. Yep. I'm surprised actually that Memphis isn't named after Elvis Presley. Presley International, maybe the state won't allow it. I don't know. Of course Cleveland rocks. Cleveland's got 3 sports teams. The Browns, the Guardians, and the Cavaliers. I loved when I went to a game at Cleveland, in Cleveland. That was a lot of fun. They're great fans, great people. Next arrival will be Southwest 6417 from Kansas City on a 737 MAX 8. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're new to the channel, and thanks for your contributions. Also, thank you to Scott Rourke and Booyah Kacha for joining Premium Economy. That's I have not figured out yet how much horsepower the tugs have, Air King Flyer, but you're towing a plane that is basically 300,000 pounds or something like that. Just an absurd number. Perfect, Fareed. I'll do that. We'll have to do another Midwestern trip. Go back to the Midwest, Grand Rapids, Detroit. Probably have to do Indianapolis this time. And Cleveland. Big old 777. All right, man, thanks for the update. British Airways 545 arrival. 777 going to London at 6:40. That sounds great, Adam. That sounds fantastic. You're welcome, John Southwell. Jonas from Brazil, São Paulo. Jonas, bem-vindo a programa. Thank you so much for saying hi and subscribing and liking. Boston still with 59% of the votes. I am a little, 4 o'clock is a little bit slow, so I need to work on some trivia for the 4 o'clock hour before it picks back up at 5 o'clock. But hey, you know, we got the Max that had the radome issue with its nose firing up its engines. What's next to the 777? I can't quite see, Adam. The other side of the terminal is blocking the way. But there's that Max that had the nose up, the radome issue. That's something you don't see every day. I feel like a steak tonight, or a good burger. The show must go on indeed. Thank you, thank you. Me too, and I gotta drive home 2.5 hours, John Southwell. And I'm super hungry. Yes, there is, Scott. Yeah, the first part of 4 o'clock is kind of like, that's why I made the announcement 4 o'clock, so I had something to fill time-wise. But yes, there is a long line of arrivals coming. British Airways and all that jazz. And yes, feed the machine indeed. Thanks everybody for liking and subscribing. We've had a great show today, great turnout. Really appreciate all of you and all of those who pre-like the show. It really does help the show. So next week we'll have a live stream. Could it be in San Diego? Yes. It could be. Could it be here in Phoenix? Yes. Could it be somewhere else? Probably not. I don't know. Maybe. I'm leaning towards Phoenix right now. Next week. But we'll be in San Diego in the next month. Yeah, absolutely, man. I look forward to doing more flight simulator streams. And I look forward to that. We got to make sure that Joe watches them so he can critique me, since Joe thinks he's better than me, so. Yeah, but absolutely, man. I just wish I had a better graphics card. Otherwise, yeah, it's a lot of fun. Chicago was fun yesterday, man, and Meg's Field was great. Brought back memories. So we'll probably, I was really tired last week, so I didn't even do any flight. So I'll have to try and have one good day where I drink like 6 Red Bulls so I have plenty of energy. Arby's is a good choice. They got the meats. That's a possibility. That kind of sounds pretty good. I was thinking maybe In-N-Out. Maybe Freddy's. Yo, what's up? How's it going? Great to see you. So, no, Joe doesn't have a channel, and I keep telling him he should, man. But then he would probably compete against me and win. So right now, Boston's still holding on to that about a 60-40 advantage. Yeah, and if I had to give the edge, I would probably give it to Boston, just because I think I still have a $40 credit on JetBlue. Yeah, Booyah Chaka. I haven't gotten to the friend zone yet. I'm just remembering how to fly Flight Simulator. Once I feel comfortable with everything, then I'll open it up to everybody. But so long story short is I just set up my computer after it being in storage for the last 18 months. So I'm trying to reacquaint myself with everything. Yeah, San Antonio's got the blimps tonight. The big game. Big game. I think I picked Florida. Scott says 2996 landing on the south side. Yeah, I hear you, Booyah Kacha. I'm still getting reacquainted. It'll take a couple months, but it was fun giving a tour of Chicago yesterday on Flight Simulator Live. Looking over there on some of the B gates and then the international gates. Next arrival, American 1044 on an A321. Then we've got American 1155 from DFW. Then Southwest 1304 from Denver on a 737 MAX 8. So we're starting to get some of those arrivals in the second half of the hour. Big thank you again for everybody who's left a thumbs up, for liking and subscribing. Also a big thank you to Texas Girl, Alan Lee, Matt Man, Colin Dutton, Scott Rourke, Booyakacha, Colin, Michael Walker, I think I said them. Also thank you to Michael Villa Andre. Thank you to Scott Kuiper, Benjamin Denowith. Thank you as well to Tyson Price. Thank you to Tim Arnold. Thank you to all those who renewed their membership and appreciate the support. Adam says it's an A319 next to the 777 that's headed back to London. Welcome back, Daniel. And then we got our DFW arrival on an A321. You're welcome, Daniel. Wow, Marcy, Rockin' Desert Rose, been a member for 7 months. Thank you, Marcy, for your continued support.
Might want to think about dropping him a thank you note.
Yeah, you know, I haven't heard anything about any Phoenix layovers or Tucson layovers, Matt Man. Last time he was in for a Tucson overnight, and that was in, I think, February. But it was just a quick one, so I'll have to reach out. And you know what? I'll reach out and ask him right now, since we have a minute. No worries, Marcy. Hope you feel better. I'm thrilled to have you. Now it's starting to get lonely. Everybody's departing now. Yeah, let's see. Monterey. Is it Monterey, California or Monterey, Mexico? Thank you, John Southwell. I've always wanted to go to Monterey, California. And it's got a beautiful approach. Downtown Phoenix. You know, I used to be really into baseball, but I'm so busy with work, I haven't kept up like I should. Si, senor. Si, John. Si, senor. Thank you so much for everybody tuning in. Very kind of you and your support. I am excited. You know, if I can be quite honest for a second, Phoenix could be difficult this summer with the heat. So I may have to go out of the state of Arizona to stream. So I've already looked at other destinations this summer. So all your contributions go directly to the channel, other than the 30% that YouTube takes. What's up, Chaotic Bean? Great to see you. How are you? How's Durango, Colorado? Thanks for liking and subscribing. Oh, Air Canada is finally on the move. Look at that. So this is a rarity. Air Canada 787 is never here this late. They were super delayed by like 4 hours. So Air Canada's long gone by now, but it was super delayed today. Oh, good luck on the star test tomorrow, Has. Best of luck. So we are approximately 1 hour, 1 hora away from British Airways, the A350. We did have Air France today. We did have the 777 from London Heathrow for American Airlines. We did have Air Canada today, which is fantastic. Yeah, it is it's the winter season, John. It is the winter season. I do not know, Adam, why they were so delayed. I assume it is maintenance related. but not entirely sure. So we got a bunch of planes waiting to taxi out, one by one, by one, by one, by one. Ramp controller trying to keep track of everything. Jevin, how are ya? Good to see ya from the Caribbean, man. I'll be right back, folks. I gotta throw something away. All right, we are back in action. Now look at all the action. We got this guy over here, 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 here. Then we got those dudes here. This guy behind them. Everybody's getting out. No, I just had to throw away some trash. Booyakacha, but that is a good line. And Boston's still winning at 61% over Memphis. So that poll is the wild card. Which wild card airport should I do? Is it going to be Boston or Memphis? And then we'll put the cities in groups of 3. I'll probably put a European city in each group and see what happens. Ugh. That's wild. 73 Max 8s already, Matt, man. I remember when that they were first arriving. Speaking of Max 8, there's Southwest Airlines Max 8. Chaotic Bean, I know, man. I don't know what to say. I can't get viral moments. Apparently, I'm trying to think if I have any viral moments. I can't think. That's all right. I'm just like a steady hand. All right, ERB, say hi to your parents. We'll see you later. I know, Dublin didn't make it. I'm sad to see that, ERB. What can I say? I guess it just didn't have the juice. These birds are going to the south side for departure and crossing the bridge. Look at this. Then I got 3 more planes trying to leave. I got that 175. I got this CRJ 700. I got that CRJ. They all want to get out of here. All right, Air Tiki, thanks for tuning in, sir. We'll catch you next time. Have a great evening. Dueling CRJs right there. This might be the last time. I'm not saying it will, but I'm just warning you. This might be the last time we are in Phoenix for a while, especially with the temperatures warming up. We'll see though. It'll be a week-by-week basis. Dispatching. Yeah. Only because of the flight benefits. That is kind of sad, Matt, man. That is sad. Yeah, they ended their agreement for April. Air Ops is good. I mean, I would never be able to get that close to planes as a dispatcher. So that's fun, and there's always something new every day. But definitely miss the flight benefits. I'm not gonna lie. Yep. Remember last year, if you were part of my channel last year, and I said if I was still doing the live streaming thing full time, I was going to make sure that I only streamed at airports that were north of the 45-degree north latitude line. So I would still stick with that. But now I have a great job at Tucson Airport. But if for some reason I did go back some in the future day in the summertime, I am sticking with that. We're only doing airports north of the 45-degree north latitude parallel. Yeah, that's a big thing. That's a big part of it right there. Christian Perry, yeah, Ops was working hard doing the runway inspection, and work is good. I'm just preparing myself mentally for the 100-degree temperatures that are forecast Wednesday. Amazing has. Hey, Raina, what's up? How are you? Great to see you. Lovely to see you, Raina. We're just waiting for British Airways and many arrivals in the 5 o'clock hour. Thanks everybody for liking and subscribing, tuning in. I've got an arrival, Southwest 2530 is 737-700, then Envoy 4096 from Redmond, Oregon. Yeah, we've been on the air for almost 5 hours now, or over 5 hours. We had to start over because my Wi-Fi hotspot shut down all of a sudden. Oh yeah, it's definitely coming, Christian. It is definitely coming. I'm just gonna pour ice over myself before I go out every day. You did. That was Texas Girl who gifted you that membership, Raina. So thank Texas Girl. Now you're just rubbing it in there, Christian. Thanks a lot. I thank you, I think. Thanks, man. Not so much. But you know, it's just part of life. Arizona's hot, Alaska's cold. Canada's cold. There you go. There you go. It is pretty sweet, Christian. We don't have to worry about snow at all at Tucson. That's a really nice thing. We do not have to worry about snow at all. Because we don't have a snow we don't have a snow removal plan. I kid you not. There's no snow removal plan for Tucson Airport because we don't get snow. She is fantastic, Texas, or Raina. She has been wonderful. Extremely, extremely generous. Yeah, you know what it is in our operations plan, and it's a public document, so anybody can see it. But our snow removal plan consists of waiting for the snow to melt, and that is not a joke. We don't have snow removal equipment or anything. I sure hope so, Marcy. Yeah, DFW does have one. And they do have snow removal equipment. And remember, we did our Snowmageddon show from Dallas Love Field, and they have snow removal equipment. As we check out ops right there. That's right, Christian. So if Tucson gets snow, we're just going to wait till it melts. That's a true story. Excuse me. All right, we got a wave of arrivals because almost all of the gates here are empty. I would probably say 70% are empty right now. Now, DFW has a snow removal plan because they also get ice in addition to snow. So they have plows and equipment. They do, they do. If you're just tuning in, thanks everybody for liking and subscribing. Tuning in to episode 312 of Pip's Planespotting live in Phoenix. We are here. We've been on the air for 5 hours. Thanks for tuning in. We would have had an awesome show today if the stupid Wi-Fi hotspot didn't randomly shut down. But nonetheless, next arrival will be Southwest 2530 on a 737. No, wait, it's an Envoy flight. Excuse me. It's not Southwest. Yep. Thank you very much for that report, Madman. That's wonderful. Hey, Brian. Brian, I saw your post on there on the DFW Facebook page. Yeah, the San Francisco CRJ to DFW flight. Remind me, Brian, was it a CRJ 550 or was it a 700? Well, just remember everybody's focus is safety, regardless. But yeah, Brian, I saw your post. That was quite interesting. That is one long flight, man. But hey, nobody has to sit the middle aisle from San Francisco. It was a 700? Okay. Just aisle and window for about 3 hours and change. There we go. This one, I believe, is from Burbank. Or not. I'm running on fumes. I will admit, my brain's a little... So we're just patiently awaiting British Airways, which will probably be our last aircraft of this show. So we'll be on the air for at least another hour or so. The Dorniers typically arrive in the morning time, chaotic beans, so no. So when we started, we were probably, and I think they have a gate on the south side. So if we don't see him land, then we probably won't see him. Yes, Christian, only 737s. Southwest does not have any other aircraft type. I always thought they should get some Dreamliners. Southwest should get Dreamliners. That's just my 2 cents. All right, Christian, thanks for tuning in, bud. We'll see you later. There goes another one. Another E-175 being towed out, pushed out, and then I've got a 737 MAX 8 that is over here on the Alpha side. So we're emptying out the concourse. Oh yeah, they're a great plane, Booyakacha. I flew one from Los Angeles to DFW once. I've never done long haul with a Dreamliner though. I've done Airbus a couple of times. I've done a 777 a couple of times. Never done a 747 or an A380 or an A350. Less than a month till DFW gets their Cathay Pacific A350. So that'll give DFW, which is where I came from before I came to Tucson. Cathay Pacific, I'm just gonna count out loud. Finnair, Cathay Pacific, Qatar, Japan Airlines, that's 4. Fiji, that's 5. There's one other airline that flies the A350 to DFW. British Airways, I think, will be 6. Isn't British Airways flying the, well, that's not true, so I better back up. Air France has, or does, so that's 6. I wish, Brian, I had talked to I wish I could make it for the Cathay Pacific, but no, it's on a Thursday, so it's right in the middle of my work week. Unfortunately. If it was like a Sunday, then I probably could have made it. Or Monday, but it's on a Thursday. So unfortunately, I probably won't be able to make it. Blast. Yeah, an E2. Unfortunately, Mattman, you'll never see an E2 because of scope clauses, because of unions in the United States. So you'll never see it happen unless an airline started up on its own. So I would love to be there for Cathay Pacific, but I decided, Brian, that I'll come to Dallas, but it'll probably be in November after Eva Air flies to Dallas, because then we'll have Qantas and then also Cathay, and it'll just be a giant smorgasbord. And then we talked earlier, if you missed it, we're going to be in San Diego in the next month. We'll try and get to the park. I'm hoping, I did ask the public relations if they'd be willing to do a tour of the new terminal, because it's supposed to be done soon. but I haven't heard back. I haven't heard what they're going to bring either, Brian Henry. My initial thought is probably 787. That or a 777. They have some 200s. I've actually, you know what, thinking about that, Houston gets the 777 usually from Eva Air, so I'm going to take a guess and say that DFW will probably get the same 777. I love the E2s, don't get me wrong, John. I would love to see it in a U.S. airline, but it won't happen. It will not happen. Maybe if Flydaho took delivery of E2s. But honestly, I think Flydaho, that's a little too big of an aircraft for Flydaho. I would love Eva Air to bring their Dreamliner. Oh, WestJet. WestJet is the best jet. Oh, that is our friendly Canadians here. Gotta love it. Next arrivals will be Southwest 484, 737-800 from Reno, and then an A319 from Eugene, Oregon. Yeah, I'd like to see the Dash 10 Dreamliner would be a good choice too. In fact, DFW, I don't think DFW has ever gotten Brian has ever gotten a 787-10. I really have to think about it. Maybe United on a charter, but I would really have to think on that one. I've seen the new livery, man, on the 777s as well. God. I don't want to talk about it. Hi, Zoe. How are you, Zoe? Yeah, that sounds about right, Brian. Well, that would be super rad if Eva Air brought in a 787-10. British Airways could bring one in, I believe. I think they have some 10s. No, I do not, man. I am not a fan of the new Korean Air livery. So technically with DFW, I was thinking about this, Brian, and I've mentioned this before on the show, that theoretically there could be double-digit A350s at DFW sometime next year or the following year, because you could do Qantas could do an A350, Qatar, Air France, Lufthansa, British Airways, Finnair, Iberia, Fiji, Cathay Pacific, Emirates technically could do one if they wanted. So that's 9 or 10. And there was one more airline I was thinking of. Ah, Turkish. Yeah, Turkish. So that could be 11. 11. Yeah. Theoretically speaking here. Some people are going to be like, oh my gosh, that's the worst. I'm just saying theoretically. You could have double-digit airlines flying the A350 to DFW. And that just be me being nerdy. I don't know, the Korean, it's, I miss the colors, you know, man, I like colors. You know, black lettering is very, just awful. Awful, awful, awful. This in from Eugene, Oregon. I know First Officer Mark has been to Eugene a few times. I have not, actually, and I've wanted to. I've driven through Eugene, but I've never flown to Eugene. As far as new airlines go, I was thinking about San Diego's getting KLM and Copa Airlines in May and June, respectively. But other than that, there hasn't been a whole lot of news. Seattle will get Edelweiss. And I think the SAS is coming back to Seattle. But it's been pretty, not a whole lot of announcements lately. Yeah, I mean, at minimum, man, you're talking about like 10 years. Yeah, the classic American West stuff. Great point, Marcy. And they were always good with special liveries. America West always had some good special liveries. Speaking of which, we haven't had a single, well, I guess the San Francisco Giants at the beginning of the show, but they departed to the south side. We haven't had a single special livery since we started the show. No One World, no nothing. Kind of sad. But great weather regardless. Tomorrow we talked about either doing Pip's Institute of Planespotting educational show, or we'll do another flight simulator stream. And then next week we'll either be back here in Phoenix, possibly, probably not San Diego, maybe Las Vegas. Las Vegas is about the same driving distance as to San Diego. So yeah, I never got the chance to fly them, Marcy. It's disappointing. Disappointing. United 511 737 900 from Chicago O'Hare will be next. Then a little bit down the way it'll be American 3046 from Charlotte on an A321neo. Then it'll be Southwest 3715 from Columbus, Ohio. Well, Matthew, unless the temperatures are really cool or there's some cloud cover, it'll probably be a while. I just not a fan of getting the sun, and the sun is I don't know how else to say it. I hate the sun here in Arizona, especially in Tucson, because we're further south than Phoenix. We're also 1,000 feet higher, so the sun is closer to us. So Matthew, I'm gonna be honest, unless there's a massive cold front, probably not gonna be until October, November, because there's no shade really in Tucson for plane spotting, let alone a live show for several hours. I can do about 3 hours in the heat, and then it's like this needs to stop. So that's about that's about where I'm at. I can do about 3 hours when there's shade, but beyond that, nope. I am a party pooper, what can I say? It is kind of like a microwave. I'm still waiting to try the first time to fry an egg on my truck. They should do like, if they have gel insoles, they should do like a gel hat to wear in the heat. Now I know they have hats that you can put water in. But they should do like a gel hat. For the air show, March air show, though, it'll be 82 degrees. That's not too bad. Oh, nice, Marcy. Got the bump up. I have thought about getting a new card because Southwest is pretty close to being dead to me. But here's the thing. They offer you a big bonus, but then they charge you $150 a year. And you only get double miles. You would have to spend the equivalent of, I don't know, 100, just an obscene amount to really get that money back. Whoa, Brent, what's up? How are things north of the border in Winnipeg? Well, that's good, Marcy. I'm glad I'll get used to it. I hope so. That is our Chicago O'Hare arrival from United Airlines. And let's take a look at the poll here. We have 57 votes. Boston 63%, Memphis 37%. So a lot of you think I should do Boston. We'll see. I'm leaning towards Boston. Excellent, Brent. Glad to hear the weather will warm up tomorrow. We're supposed to be at 100 degrees on Wednesday. So there's that. Maybe if I wasn't such a... my blood originated in Chicago. And everybody, don't forget to like and subscribe. Smash that thumbs up button. Ooh, 46 degrees on Tuesday, Brent. That sounds good. Here's another old Sun Country livery here. The old school. Guess the paint workers are on strike or something. From the north. come to Colorado? I-70 or nothing? Now, see, look at this. I got 2 planes left here in my section. You get a CRJ over there, and then you got a 737. So we got a lot of arrivals coming in. It's kind of lonely. My coworker who is actually originally from Guadalajara is like loving it that we're going up to 100 degrees. I'm like, that is just sick. Let's see, where is our British friends? Oh, I see our British friends on descent. An A350-1000. We'll call it 15 minutes. 15 minutes for British Airways. But by the time we get done, we'll probably have been on the air for about 6 hours. So another nice mega stream. Thanks for everybody's support. Texas Girl, Alan Lee, Michael Walker, Colin Dutton, Matt Man, Michael V. Andre, Tyson Price. Thank you. Also, Benjamin Denowith. Thank you to Buyukacha for joining the Pip Pals Club. Thank you to also, who am I forgetting? Dang it. My brain is... Oh, Tim Arnold. Thank you to Sandra Pollock, David Pollock, and so many more. There you go, Matt Man. What's up, Yen? Just waiting for British Airways here. Just chilling like a villain. I got no planes here. Nothing at all. It's like this is what a hub is. They go in, they come out. They go in, they come out. It is the hub life. I still have to mail in my taxes when I lived in New Mexico, so I gotta remember to get an envelope tomorrow. $737 MAX 8 right there. I think we can turn up the volume a little bit, since there's no CRJs blocking in next to me. We added 3 new sounds and brought one back, the Canadian. There you go, Brent. That's for you, bud. Then this is Dreamweaver's actual voice, which is hilarious.
Oh, yeah, boy.
That is Dreamweaver.
It's mine. I'm a fancy boy.
Boom goes the dynamite.
Boom goes the dynamite. My personal favorite. Boom goes the dynamite.
Boom goes the dynamite.
If you've seen that video of the Ball State newscast, if you haven't seen it, you need to. Let me put it that way. Oh, Scott Rourke. Also, great seeing Scotty Rourke back. So British Airways, T-minus, we'll say 10 minutes. Because they don't have to do a base leg and an upwind leg. They can just make a right base turn and arrive from the east side of the valley. Yep, they're just about over Mesa. Next arrival, hey, here we go, a Swearingen Metroliner. Then Southwest 2952 from Des Moines, a Max 8. And then British Airways might be after Southwest 3456 from Seattle on a 737-800. Yin, after about 6 hours of streaming, I'm a little tired, but I am thrilled to be here. I'm doing well, though, otherwise, so thank you for asking, Yin. Hope you had a great day at work. How are you, sir? Thank you for asking. Yep, Metro Sewer Liner, that's correct. A Metro Sewer Liner, that is affirmative. A Swearingen Metro Liner. And Matt, man, I did send a message to JR. I just said, you're missed. And you're always welcome. And I hope everything's good. And that was it. Smooth like sludge. Excellent, Ian. Great to hear it. Boston still holding up with 62% of the vote. Memphis is cheaper. There's no question about that. The Max from Des Moines, and then I think our Southwest Airlines is just ahead of the A350. Yin, unfortunately, not on Saturday. I work on Saturdays. So I guess, well, technically I guess I could. I'm just so exhausted after the weekend. So maybe if I have energy one day, I'll drive up here. It would be a night stream. But technically it could happen. It could happen. But yeah, uh-oh, battery. Uh-oh. Right as the A350's hauling in. Stand by. Good timing, right? Technology doesn't like me. Stand by. Rainbow screen of death. Six more gates at Terminal 3 today. Awesome, Marcy. That is wonderful, and it looks like we'll get to actually a King Air, and then British Airways will be next. So this looks like a little Cessna CJ1, or maybe, yeah, CJ1. We're back in action. Marcy, I saw that those gates, and then they're gonna add like some more concourses. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our final show, or our final plane of the show. Time to sound the heavy alert for the A350 1000. In from London, British Airways. Now I'm zoomed in all the way. That's a buttery smooth landing right there. That was excellent. 10 stars. That was the opposite of the landing we had last week. That was excellent. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give ourselves an applause. Let's give ourselves an applause. Star of the show, Fareed. Hey, thank you for everybody tuning in. Thanks for all of you who contributed. Thank you for participating in the polls. Remember, our Super Duper 8 voting starts next Monday, and we'll see what we do tomorrow. It might be a Pips Institute of Planespotting. It might be Flight Simulator. We'll see. But thanks so much for everybody tuning in on Pips Planespotting Live. Golf clap indeed. Thank you, Batman. Thank you, Texas Girl. All of you contributed. You helped me and motivate me. So we'll talk to you tomorrow at some point, and next Monday. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Booyakasha. Standing ovation. That's right. Whoops. So everybody be kind to each other. Have a great Monday, and we'll talk to you soon. Episode 312 is in the books. Thanks for all of you tuning in. Thanks, Treasure Maze. And Yin, thank you. Texas Girl, Michael Walker, Colin Dutton, Michael B. Andre, Matt Mann, Colin Dutton, Alan Lee, Booyakasha, Brent. I mean, the list goes on and on. Thanks, Vince. Great to see you, Vince. Shout out to Frisco. We'll see you all later. Have a great night, everybody. 312 is in the books.
I'm a fancy boy.
Boom goes the dynamite. Boom goes the dynamite.
I just ship my pants for free.
Wow, I just may ship my pants.
Hi, everybody.
I'm gonna think about dropping him a thank you note.
With you people. Now you're gonna hear about it. Good manners are the glue of society.
Holy moly! Wow!
Boom goes the dynamite. Boom goes the dynamite.
I got a lot of problems with you people. Now you're gonna hear about it.
You know what? Even if you killed somebody, I wouldn't turn you in.
Everybody stay calm. Everybody stay calm.
Holy moly! Wow!
Good manners are the glue of society.
I can shit my pants for free.
Wow, I just may shit my pants.
I want to think about dropping him a thank you note.
Omaha! Omaha! Get to the chopper!
Well, isn't that special?
That broadcast school has really paid off.
You're not gonna fall for the banana in the tailpipe?
Fine. I'm a fancy boy.
Hi, everybody!
I can shit my pants for free.
Wow, I just may shit my pants.
Think about dropping him a thank you note.
That broadcast school has really paid off.
Get to the chopper!
You're not gonna fall for the banana in the tailpipe?
Boom goes the dynamite.
Was that?
Boom goes the dynamite.